Within this particular age group, which is a 0 to 9 category, there are a lot of options that you can choose from. And one of the greatest selections that you can do in a literary genre is the folklore and fairy tales. So this is when you would have books like Hansel and Gretel and the nursery rhymes. This is a very good start to reading and even something fun just to go back to and read at some point. The next stage is going to be maybe a real life fiction, Princesses Save the World, or even just a regular fiction book, Dr. Seuss. A biography could be something such as Our Mom Has Cancer. It was a book actually sanctioned by the American Cancer Society, and it tells the real life story of two daughters and their mom who has cancer. Nonfiction, Big Machines Build. This is definitely for boys and girls, but it is also taking a look at what could be when it comes to a possible job. There are going to be a lot of books that you can read at the inspirational genre that can cross over into different age groups, because this is definitely something that more people are starting to read. Within the 10 to 13 age group, there are several literary genres that we can cover. Probably one of the first ones to look at is the classic Roll of Thunder, Hear My Cry. It is in a lot of middle school reading programs, but it is also an award-winning book. And that's also something that you can definitely take a look at when you are looking for books. Go online and find the different types of award books that are available and find one that is within the literary genre that you are interested in reading. Nancy Drew is a very popular mystery book that there are a lot of books within the series, and it is timeless in the fact that it has not stopped at the generation that it was written in, which is the 30s through the 50s. The Last Kids on Earth is an example of a science fiction book. Real life fiction is going to be two examples, Diary of a Wimpy Kid and Junie B. Jones, First Grader. Both books that you can read over and over again and not worry about them being baby books. And then we have a historical nonfiction, which is the I Survived series, and these are very popular. It's also a chapter book, so if you're a struggling reader, you need to find a chapter book based upon what your teacher suggests. This is a very good book to find. In a nonfiction category, you would find the books about things that actually happened throughout the world. For instance, this one is What Was the Boston Tea Party? The author is Kathleen Cruel, and these are not going to be a difficult one to locate. There is a selection of books that you can find within the literary genre for the 14 to 18 that are really good books to start with and then follow through with, because a lot of them start to become series, which give you a book to a book to a book that continues on. It isn't like some of the smaller reading level books that are individual books by themselves. One of the most common ones today, maybe something that you would understand, Sadie Robertson is the daughter of one of the Duck Dynasty characters, and she has at least 2 books out that are wonderful to read as a 14 to 18-year-old. A classic, Adventures of Tom Sawyer. It has been on reading lists for years, and even if it's not on your particular reading list, it is a good book to read just for the historical content of how they used to write. The Selection by Kiera Cass, futuristic romance, slightly different type of literary genre, but it is part of a series, and you can get into this, and it is a good read. Maybe one of the older books is going to be a fantasy, which is J.R.R. Tolkien's The Fellowship of the Ring. Not only can you read the books, then you can also watch the movies.